Hey there, it's Brooks Hitchfield with Seven Sons and Grace Cart, and in this video I'm really excited to reveal to you a brand new feature we've been working on that I think is going to be a no-brainer for any of you that focus on the strategy of email marketing. You understand what kind of impact that can have on your business. And if you're not focused on your email marketing and building that out, you should be. It's a huge growth strategy that is employed by most e-commerce businesses, and we know what kind of impact it can have based on our experience at Seven Sons. And it overshadows all the other, the value that we get from all the other social networking platforms out there like Facebook, Instagram, and Google. So if you've been focused on your email marketing, one of the questions you might have, and it's a question we get often, is, hey, what are some strategies I can do to help grow and build my email list? And we've talked about some different things we've tried in the past in some of our online free courses and our blog. But what we have built in this new feature that I'm about to reveal to you guys has been more effective than anything else we've ever tried to generate email leads and email addresses for our business that we can remarket to and build a relationship with and ultimately convert into a customer. So we're going to try to cover a lot in the video, so we'll take this in steps. First, I'll reveal what we've built, kind of how it works. Then I'll talk a little bit more why I think this can have such a big impact for anyone who's using Grace Cart as their system, or really anyone who sells food products online. And then if we have time, we'll show you a little bit of how to implement on the back end of the system. So I'm on sevensons.net. This is our farm website here. And what we have done is we have created, it might seem simple, but we have created an option for you to require someone to either log in or create an account in order to view the prices of your products on your website. Now, for a little bit of context, you might be wondering, why in the world would you ever want to do something like this? And this is really effective for and applies to anyone who has multiple different delivery options for your customers or different sales channels. Like maybe you allow for pre-order for pickup for your farm or for local pickup locations and farmers markets. Then maybe you have a home delivery program or a shipping program where you deliver directly to your customer's door. And if that's you, that there's different delivery cost models involved with all of those options. So when we first started doing home delivery on top of pickup locations, we were trying to figure out, how do we account for these different, the different costs involved in these two options without having, some customers having to pay for higher cost, options that necessarily don't apply to them. So what we did at first, you may know if you've been following us for a while, we've experimented with some different options and features that we build into the product. But something we first did for a while is we just charged our customer a delivery fee for home delivery, a higher one for home delivery versus if they picked up or if they picked up at the farm. And that worked, but we quickly found that consumers online have a lot of friction with paying high cost delivery fees. They're just not used to seeing it anymore at this point. So, consumers, most visitors aren't used to having to pay more than hardly $10 to have product delivered to their home. And it's just the way it is, what we were doing before is we were charging, I think, 99 cents a pound plus a $9 flat fee. And by the time someone got to checkout on a $30 order, they could be paying up to $40 or $50 or so. And that was it was too much to ask. People just weren't used to that. So what we have started to do instead is that we charge, using the pricing group feature inside of Grace Cart you might be aware of, is we have different pricing groups set up for those different options. So if someone picks up at a local pickup location versus someone who's buying a state away, those two people are going to get two different prices. And again, this is the most convenient way to do it as well, is to charge those customers different pricing for the cost that's involved for it, because then they can shop your website, see the accurate price that's for them, and then they don't have to be worried about getting a high cost delivery fee at checkout. It's very hard to plan if you're on a budget, while you're trying to shop the online store, if you're not quite sure how these delivery fees are calculated. At the grocery store, consumers are used to just having to see a label that has a price on it, and that's it. There's no delivery fee at checkout that the retailer provides to them because of the freight costs they have involved and the labor they have for the people in the store. No, it's all embedded into the price of the product. And you don't have to worry about it. So doing it this way, where you charge different pricing for different options, is the most convenient way for your customers to shop on the site. So what we've done is we have 4 different pricing groups in our system for the different areas that we service. And by requiring our customer to create an account or log in to view the price, we ask for their zip code. We then know where they're located and what option they're buying from us, and we can present the correct price to them. So we take all of that complexity out of things and just build it into the logic on the back end of the system. And by them creating an account, it just reveals the appropriate pricing for their area. You might be asking now at this point, do you guys, hey, do you guys get any, pushback from your customers for having to enter in their email address? Because people are resistant to doing that online a lot of times. And the answer is no. We almost get no resistance or pushback from our customers, because when we built this feature, we put a lot of effort in trying to communicate a reasoning and logic behind why we're requiring the account creation process. You see, if you hover over this sign up for price section, it gives you a little pop-up that explains. We're transparent about it. We explain why the pricing is different, why they have to create an account, because it's going to vary by area. And I think that makes sense to a lot of people. And what this does is this allows people to still get to your store. I've seen some websites and food retailers who require people to sign up before they even get to the store, or they require them to put a zip code in. We actually have a feature built like that as well. But the problem is that just creates a barrier before they even get to see the product selection and offering that you provide. And by allowing them to get to the store, they get a little bit of what they're looking for. They can decide if they want to continue to move forward based off of your product selection. And I think asking for the step at this point is much, much more effective. Yeah, that's a call. So what we've seen since we've implemented this, we have seen our list grow. I mean, this has been the most effective thing, and it's just a byproduct of what we're trying to do here. But a byproduct of this, by requiring the account and knowing, having them select a delivery option first, we're obviously, it's just a natural path as they're going through the buying process. We're acquiring many, many more email addresses than we have ever before. We've built lead magnets in the past, but doing this has grown our list faster than anything else we've tried. I wanted to show you a few other GraceCart sites that are using this feature already. This is Nurse by Nature, Paul and Gabe Brown's operation. And I was talking to Paul. He said since they implemented this login step behind the pricing, they went from getting 5 email addresses per day to about 20 per day. So that's like a 4-fold increase in the number of leads that they're generating for their business just by making this very one simple change. And what we've done, and what Paul's done as well, is we have built through our integration with Drip, the email marketing software that integrates with GraceCart, we have onboarding campaigns where people receive timely emails once they've created that account, where we communicate the most important things we want them to know about us, and we try to build a relationship, communicate what's different about our farm versus where other places they could buy meat products, and obviously do our work to provide valuable content and inspire them to convert to a customer. So on average, I think we see that for every account creation that gets created for our farm on our website, we convert about 16% of those email addresses to new customers. So this is a huge part. New email address is a huge part of how we acquire new customers. So just increasing the amount of emails we get almost directly, we directly know how many new accounts that we're going to get from that strategy. So hopefully if you focus on email marketing, if you have some of those email workflows built out, you understand the value behind what the byproduct of this feature does. To show you guys how to implement this on your site, I'll just log into a test program here. And this is found under your settings. If you go to store settings, it should be right in here. Require account to view product prices. Okay, so you can usually just make this so this is a drop down, so you just would drop this down to allow only customers with account to view pricing. Hit save, and that's going to quickly make that change on the front end of your website. So this is a pretty big improvement from anything we've tried in the past. Some of you might know we've tried the require zip code step before. That caused some problems though with people who would find us through search engines like Google. Maybe they would Google some sort of unique product we offer. They'd click on the product link in Google, but then they would hit a zip code step there before they could see the product, and it was a little bit confusing to people. So we saw that we got kind of a little bit of reduction in the amount of organic traffic that was coming to our website. But the pricing step allows people to get, see our product offering right away, and it's just been a much I think cleaner process and a much more user-friendly process for visitors on our site. So hopefully you guys are excited about the potential that this new feature could have for you. Like I say, we've seen really good results here from Paul and Gabe. This is Wanda Farm, Joe Wanda, who I asked his feedback on as well. He's seen a dramatic increase in the number of signups that they're getting. So I'd encourage you that if you already have different delivery methods, you're already doing the multi-tiered pricing, I would encourage you to implement this step on your site as well. And be sure to share your feedback with us. Let us know how effective it's been. We have high hopes for the feature. You see this sometimes that's built for a lot of large grocery delivery customers who have spent a lot of money and they've invested a lot of in development dollars of building their own proprietary tools. And that's about the only other place that you see this really out there in food e-commerce. So we think it's a unique build, and I think it's something that can provide a lot of value for anyone who's in food e-commerce to be able to really tailor their product pricing based off of their delivery costs, and really it just opens up the ability for you to reduce a lot of friction on your website. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions on the implementation process, like I say, it's a pretty simple switch there, but feel free, let us know if you have any questions. You can contact us at support@gracecart.com. And thank you again for watching the video, and we'll see you next time.